On today's show, we have another episode of Lefties Losing It. Shout out to Rita from Sky News, of course, but I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's hop right on in.
If you voted for Donnie, you're a traitor. If you voted for Donnie, you're a traitor. If you voted for Donnie, you must be a commie. If you voted for Donnie, you're a traitor. Peace. Welcome to Donnie's traitorous world.
Well, paint me red and call me a traitor, because if I could vote for him again, I sure would.
Good morning and fuck you, MAGA. Fuck you. I hate you all. I fucking hate you guys. You are the biggest embarrassment in this fucking country. Other countries are laughing at us, except for the ones who are dying because of us. Because of you. I hate you, MAGA. I hate you so much. You are hateful. You are uneducated. Unless you're rich and racist. But the bottom line is, you maggots are exactly that. You are maggots.
Oh, man. Goodness gracious, man. These folks.
Yo, fellas, I got a question for you, right? What if a beautiful woman came up to you and started talking to you? Then, in your conversation, you realize she was a trans woman. What you gonna do? I only asked you that question because I believe that most men would handle that situation wrong and bring some negativity into the equation. The correct way to handle the situation would be to tell the woman that she's beautiful, that you're not ready for that, or you might not be into that right now, and gracefully let her go about her way, and you go about your way. I only ask that because I'm trying to normalize trans women shooting they shot. You feel me? Because we got to protect the dolls out here at all costs. All right?
Hey, fellas, get in the comments. Get in the comments, fellas. Let me know what you would do. Now, to be completely honest, I wouldn't be disrespectful, right? That's just not me. Unless you gave me a reason to be disrespectful, like you were disrespectful to me, then I would probably be disrespectful back just to piss you off. But other than that, nah. Once I realized it, I would just walk away. I would just walk away. Once it clicked, oh, Adam's apple, gone. Like, I would just turn around and walk away. I ain't gonna be disrespectful. I ain't gonna make no scene or nothing like that, right? But I would just turn around and walk away. Simple and plain. That's the way that I would personally do it. Or maybe I would ask, like, if I was just like, nah, actually, nah. Because if you're asking, then clearly, yeah, nah. I'm just walking away. I'm just walking away. You know, I was trying to think, like, dang, is there another way to do it? Like, you could ask, but then again, if you have to ask, clearly it looks like a man. You know what I'm saying? So that don't even make sense either. So yeah, I would just walk away. And that's it. I've obviously never been in that situation, but I would imagine I would just turn around and walk. But fellas, comment below what you doing, or if some of y'all have ever been in that situation. Let me know. Let me know. I ain't out here in the streets like that, so. I'm not out here in the streets like that, so yeah, I'm sure some of y'all didn't have that situation, so let us all know how it went, all right? Let us know in the comments.
So I need everybody to listen to this, because this is actually happening in this country. I knew my political beliefs might get me into trouble, but I didn't think it would get me fired from my job. The owner of the company is MAGA, and the operations manager I'm out with pneumonia this week. My lungs are bad. I have a doctor's note, and I got a letter saying I was fired. But they have been on to me about my political posts. And the owner of the company is a horrific human being, and the operations manager is following in his footsteps. But this is what's happening in this country right now.
You know, listen, I'll say this. I don't believe in people being fired over their political beliefs. I don't care if you're right or left. I don't believe in that. Even though the left wouldn't say the same thing, right? I personally don't believe in firing somebody over that. Now, with that being said, I feel like there's a lot missing to the story. She said she was out with pneumonia or something going on. Have you been out a lot? Because I feel like the people on the left, like, they get even like the slightest anything, and it's like, oh, no, can't go to work. Sorry, I gotta stay home. You know, like, they don't like push through anything to make sure that they can get to work. In my humble opinion, at least from what I've seen and I've experienced. But also, she said something about post. Like, she's been posting things online. And if you're posting things online and people understand and know who you work for, that could then reflect terribly on the business, which hurts the bottom line, which makes you a liability. So maybe you just posted something that you really shouldn't have with the company you work for's logo, or I don't know. I feel like there's a lot missing to the story that, you know, wasn't explained there. But the bottom line is nobody should be fired over their political beliefs. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'll stand on.
I don't think our election was free and fair in 2024.
Oh, interesting.
Not even a little bit. We need to check our machines and check the process. That's just the bottom line. I'm not an election denier, but I do want to check how the tests are being taken care of after the fact. If you don't believe that, that's okay. You don't have to. I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you to keep scrolling. Don't engage. Just because there's some people out here that believe that the contest is not free and fair. Just mind your business, I guess. So, bye.
I'm not an election denier, but I don't think it was free and fair. Yeah, some of these folks just make absolutely zero sense, but, you know, who am I? Just the guy that talks on the internet from time to time.
I have been waiting for this one. Thank you for walking right the in and handing it to me. We don't give a what men find attractive. We don't give a In fact, you could go so far as to say, we're trying to turn you off. Do you get it yet? We don't give a what you find attractive, ever. Not one. Because you all have treated us like this for way too long, and we're done with you. So, thank you for handing me the comment that I needed to address this issue. Not a single fuck what men like. All I want is for them to fucking stay away from me. So if this helps, I'll do it twice.
I mean, we knew what and how you felt once we saw this thing right here. You know? That's like the, number one sign that someone is a liberal. Why is that? What is up with all the liberals, all the leftists getting this nose ring thing going on here? Like, every single one of them. Without a doubt. If you see this, there's about a 98.9% chance that person is a raving leftist. You got about a 1% chance that it's not a leftist. Okay? But, carry on.
So there's a video that's pinned with pictures, screenshots, of how the raffle was rigged, how they did it, and she won bigly. not small. She won by a very wide margin. It didn't even come close. Go look at that and go read that. It's very important for people to get this information, but this is how they're suppressing us. This is how they're suppressing us. I posted a comment on New York bus passes. Okay, something very benign. They flagged that. They couldn't flag nothing else. It was just very benign. It was a picture of bus passes from the 80s. They flagged me and it stopped the views of that one. So if you can, go watch the pinned one. Read it. Read each page because I screenshot everything. Read how they did it. It's
So it's fine when Democrats are election deniers, but it's the end of the world if somebody on the right says something fishy is going on here. Do I smell a double standard?
MAGA, when we said checkmate, that's what the f we meant. And we were saying it back then. Because we really had checkmate on y'all asses. But because of what your daddy's trying to do now, cheat, instill the midterm election, then, yeah, we had checkmate on your asses then for the big contest. We had checkmate on you. But see, like I said, yep, y'all ain't finna have these midterms. You're not getting them. And see, when we do get these midterms, because we're gonna get them, we are going to win. Okay? You guys are going to go bye-bye. And your daddy, too. Yes, y'all going to be out of there.
Okay. Yeah, and pigs will be flying by midnight. Sure will. Pigs with a cow head. They'll be flying by midnight tonight. Yeah. Check it out. Look up in the sky at midnight. They'll be flying.
I'm going to flash out. Why are we following the law? Why do we have to follow the law? President of the United States doesn't. This administration doesn't have to follow the law, but we have to keep getting in our jobs, going in our cars, being good little worker bees, paying our taxes, contributing to the system that doesn't give a fuck about us, and is stripping us from every social benefit we could ever possibly find while getting tax cuts to the fuck. 34-count rapist felon, denying the Constitution, have masked men on the streets, refusing to show identification. What the is going on? But I have to keep just being a good little person? But if I was a felon, I couldn't vote. But one can run the country? Congress, useless. SCOTUS, useless. These checks and balances that we believed would stop these things from happening, these atrocities that are happening right now, to stop us from turning into a dictatorship, aren't working. The system's useless. But I have to just keep contributing to... What the fuck? We will never come back from this. Ever. I'm gonna crash.
Yeah, that about sums up the video right there. Lefties losing it. That's the perfect video to end, or perfect clip to end this video on. Perfect clip to end this on. That's where I am going into. Lefties absolutely losing it. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments, man. Do you guys enjoy these episodes? Let me know. And we'll keep it going, of course. All right? Because there's all types of content out there of lefties losing their minds. Okay? So let me know in the comments if you want this to keep going. And I will surely keep bringing it. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.